This is the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping the show on August the 10th, 2012. Our time is 8:44 Mountain, 10:44 Eastern. Radio show runs QR77 in Calgary, 630 CHED Edmonton, and AM 640 in Toronto. If you ever miss a radio show, they are archived on Harold's websites, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, also HESradio.com, and you can be a part of the podcast. All you need to do is have iTunes on your computer, download the podcast weekly, and you can take us anywhere. We are portable. As I mentioned, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, HESradio.com. To invest in precious metals, the company that Harold recommends you use, they've been in business 10 years, a great Canadian company. They have 10th anniversary incentives worldwide, precious metals. Their website, wwpmc.com. The telephone number to connect with them, 1-866-623-2002. This week, the Olympics on, the final week of the Olympics. And it's been fairly quiet in the markets. Gold and silver have actually had a pretty good week. But overall, everyone is sort of looking ahead to the fall and people talking about possible quantitative easing 3 when the Fed meets, and they meet in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Harold, overall, though, the markets for hard assets have done very, very well. I know that some people are, and this is in general, all the markets, a little bored right now, but I would say have some patience. We're in the right place at the right time with hard assets. It's just a matter of timing, and it's always hard to say the exact time these things are going to happen. It's a matter of the timing, which we think is very soon, before we see hard assets, gold, silver, and diamonds skyrocket due to monetary policy and inflation as well.
You bet, Randy. Again, all in all, even though we're heading into August, which is the slowest month of the year because of vacation time and all that, we've still actually had a very, very good week in the gold and silver markets and in other currencies and commodities. Basically, gold, and we've talked about this for the last 3 weeks, that we want to see gold get above 16 and a quarter. Well, we did that today. Actually, as we're taping the show this morning, gold is trading at 1626.50. The crazy thing is, it was as low as 604. So we've actually seen about a $22 move in gold already this morning, and there's no major news in the market. Silver, very similar. We traded as low as 27.51. We're up to 28.37. We're up 10 cents on the day. I'd like to see silver close at above 28.50, which is only 13 cents from here. So a nice close for 2 days above 16 and a quarter would say that the gold market's going higher and could possibly test 1,700 before the end of August. Silver market's looking very good also. Again, we're trading at 28.37. Like to see it trade above 28.50. Then we could see an attack of the $30 to $32 level. All in all, the oil market has done tremendously well this last week. In fact, we're trading right now at 92.56. It was only a month ago that the price of crude oil was down to $80. We've actually seen about a $13 move in crude. And again, I think the crude is a very bullish market. Over the next year, we anticipate that the price of crude, without any problems in the Middle East, will head back to about the 150 level. So that's the reason I recommended crude to everybody, was because, again, it's a bull market that should go substantially higher, but it does also have the potential to spike substantially higher over the short term if something does happen between Israel and Iran. At this point, the Canadian dollar this week has overtaken the U.S. dollar. In fact, the Canadian dollar is stronger than the U.S. dollar as of taping the show on Friday. So all in all, the commodity markets did very, very well this week, probably led by corn, wheat, and soybeans, though. With a massive drought in the Midwest, they're comparing this to the worst drought that we've seen since the 1950s. This is going to wreak devastation on the food markets. The price of all food is going to skyrocket, along with cattle, meat, everything, because, again, what they feed the cattle, they don't have any of. So with this tremendous drought going on in the Midwestern part of the United States, that's just adding to the inflationary situation that we anticipate that will come and actually raise the price of commodities tremendously, especially gold and silver. So again, all in all this week, it was a very good week in the market. August is notoriously the slowest month because of vacations. especially in Europe. But to be honest, we haven't felt it. In the diamond business this week, it was one of the biggest weeks that we've had. People are petrified about what's happening going forward with the economy worldwide. And again, the need for hard assets is definitely the way to go. You know, on one hand, you've got the gold and silver markets that trade on the commodity exchanges in New York, and you see the markets going up one day and down the next. But the physical market, the actual physical market where people are going out and buying actual physical gold and silver and taking it home with them, is extremely tight. So the fact is that there's two different markets: the short-term market, which is the trading markets in New York, where people trade the futures and options market, and then our philosophy is buy and hold, is to hold on to your assets. Because again, you don't want to trade them because the markets are volatile, and the fact is that the trend for gold and silver is substantially higher. So we want to continue with that. On any weakness in the market is a good time to load up on silver. I believe silver will still be the number one metal, and before this whole thing is over, we do anticipate that we'll see silver in the triple digits, meaning silver will be over $100. Right now it's trading below 30. Again, with the inflationary markets, you've got oil going higher at a time when there's recessions going on throughout Europe and in the United States. On top of that, again, you've got oil prices going higher and food prices going higher, and that's the most inflationary situation. So what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to have to come out with quantitative easing. I know we talk about this an awful lot, but there's an election year coming up this year, and the fact is that they may not want to do this prior to the election outcome. So I think it's going to be a very dirty fight between President Obama and Mitt Romney. And the fact is that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come out, and there's going to be a lot of attacks, and it's going to be a very ugly presidential race. But all in all, I just don't see how either one of them are going to correct what the unsurmountable problems that are present at this particular point, and more that are coming forward. So realistically, nothing has changed except we're going into an election year, and things are going to be a little bit quiet until the elections. After that, we expect fireworks. So all in all, Randy, again, as you can tell, fighting a bad cold here, but the markets did very, very well this week. We're extremely bullish on hard assets, gold, silver, and diamonds. We love the oil market. The Canadian dollar has gained tremendous strength over the past month and has overtaken the U.S. dollar. In fact, the only currency that the U.S. dollar is really stronger than at this point is the euro, and the euro right now is sitting basically at about 122, 123, so the euro's not getting killed either at this point. So again, we'll see how the month of August goes. I know there's people out there like John Embry and other people that are expecting that this market could explode because of certain situations in backwardization and short positions in the market type of thing. But again, August is a slow month, but if we get two closes above 16 and a quarter, which we've got one day right now where the market's above that level right now, we could literally see gold by September sitting at about 1,700, which is about $75 higher than where it is right now. So we're very bullish. Gold, silver, diamonds, oil, and the Canadian dollar looks fabulous at this point.
Speak with Worldwide Precious Metals. This is the company Harold recommends you use. Canadian company in Vancouver, been in business for over 10 years, the entire time this bull run in precious metals has gone on. They're the experts in this very specialized field. You need to speak to them. Learn more about investing in precious metals. They will educate you about starting your own precious metals investment account. They have 10th anniversary incentives. Speak with those experts. Worldwide Precious Metals. WWPMC.com. Their telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. And John Downs, who heads up Worldwide, sent me a story this week, and he wanted me to pass it on to our radio listeners, you. Brian Hicks, silver is about to rocket higher. Silver is now in backwardization. Backwardization is a price anomaly that typically but rarely shows up in the commodities markets. And if you can catch it, you can make quite a bit of money. Historically, backwardization means one of two things. There's a current shortage of silver bullion available on the open market, and or two, silver traders believe the price of silver is about to take off. Now, backwardization occurs when the future price of a commodity, gold, silver, oil, corn, etc., is less than the current spot price. In other words, the price you pay now is higher than the price you have the option of paying a month later or a few months later or even a year later. Basically, it means that there are a relatively few silver owners that are willing to sell their bullion holdings. As a result of this tight supply, there's an increasing amount of demand for bullion that is jacking up the current spot price of silver, and that's the significance of backwardization. The current spot price of silver is an accurate record of the real spot price of physical silver as long as people are willing to exchange currency for silver at that price, which is why backwardization is so important. If you would like to learn more how you can take advantage of this current anomaly in silver with backwardization and profit from it, speak with Worldwide Precious Metals. Their telephone number, 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002, and their website is wwpmc.com. Speak with them as well about getting our free weekly newsletter. We have the story from Brian Hicks. Silver is about to rocket higher in our newsletter this week. They will be happy to send it out to you free via email every week. And this is something you can go through in 5 or 10 minutes, or you can spend hours. You can read it on your smartphone in 5 minutes and be completely up to date. It's the companion to our radio show. So connect with Worldwide, wwpmc.com, 1-866-623-2002, and learn about how you can take advantage of what's happening in the silver market with backwardization. John Embry gave us a silver update this week. He says, I've been of the long-held opinion that if we get into a raging bull market, which we're in obviously right now in precious metals, the two precious metals, when they really start to rage, silver will head towards the low end of the gold-silver ratio. Right now, the gold-silver ratio is around 57-1. And he says it will fall as low as 10 or 15-1. If that happens, silver will move up 3 times as fast as gold when this is all over. And he says, I think that gold is going a long ways up. So you can get really excited about the upside potential of silver. To give you an example, we've talked about this on the show before, but this is really a guidepost. Let's say we have $2,000 gold. We have a gold to silver ratio of right now 57-1, which is rather high. When we've seen it that high in the past, it's a great opportunity to be invested in silver and add to your position. So let's say we get to 50-1, $2,000 gold, silver. The silver price would be $40. And we have a lot of people, in fact, HSBC came out this week and said they could very easily see by the end of the year at $1,900 gold. So $1,900, $2,000, 50-1, $40 silver. So from where we are today, around $28, $29, all the way to $40, some nice money can be made. Now, if the ratio does improve to 40-1, $2,000 gold, silver would be $50, 30-1, $2,000 gold, $66.67. You get to 20-1, $100, 15-1, $133.33. And even if you take it to a higher number, which we believe will happen in the future, $2,500 gold at a ratio of 50-1, that's $50 silver, 40-1, $62.50, 30-1, $83.33, 20-1, $125, and 15-1, $166.67. Obviously, there's no guarantee this will happen, but we've used the gold to silver ratio as a guidepost. I know that John Embry, Eric Sprott from Sprott Asset Management have all said that silver will outdo gold in this bull market. It is more volatile. It's gold on steroids, but you can make a lot more money as a result. So if we start to get to those lower levels, 10 or 15-1, from where we are today at 57-1, there's incredible opportunity. And Harold, this is something that we followed in the past, the gold to silver ratio. And when it gets high, there is an opportunity to obviously start an account, add to your position, because right now it seems quite high. It should be much lower, 50 or 40-1. So there is an opportunity to buy silver at a very advantageous price currently.
You bet. And if you look back at history, silver tends to make its biggest move near the end of the bull run. So basically, that's when the ratio will get back probably to 15 to 20-1 in that area, right at the very end. If you look at the charts on gold going all the way back to 1970, 1972 in that area, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Gold moved higher, but it was in one major spike that really took it most of its way, and that's where it really narrowed the gap between gold, and that's when the ratio really came to 15-1. So again, at this point, we anticipate tremendous volatility in the markets, which you really need. Now again, you don't want to trade the markets with volatility because you'll end up losing. But the volatility in the market when you own the physical is not a bad thing, because that's how we're going to get to the much higher numbers. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to see silver well above $100. In fact, the old high that we saw for gold back in 1980 was $850. Now we've seen $1,700 or $1,900, more than double that, but silver's only gotten up to its all-time high of 50. So silver's got a lot more to move than gold does. And again, we anticipate that before the whole thing is over, the biggest move will come in silver.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com. Learn about the gold to silver ratio, how you can take advantage of it. Learn about backwardization. Speak with Worldwide Precious Metals. They can explain it to you in very simplistic terms and help you start your own precious metals investment account. That's why they're there. They're the experts in this very specialized field, and they will help you obviously maximize profit, minimize risk. Speak with them this week, give them a call, and see how you can benefit from their knowledge and take advantage of the backwardization and the gold to silver ratio being sort of quite high right now. 1-866-623-2002, the website, and it was not surprising that it turned out not to be true. The Financial Times of London reported that the CFTC was going to drop their investigation into silver. They've been investigating the silver market for a couple of years due to manipulation claims. Now, the CFTC's Bart Chilton came out and said that basically the story was 100% not true. In fact, Worldwide was in contact with Bart Chilton, and he said the story was fabricated. In fact, he was quoted by Bloomberg as saying, "The silver market was affected by devious efforts to move the price of the precious metal," according to Chilton, a member of the CFTC. He made the remarks in an email yesterday in response to questions from Bloomberg. He said in an email that silver and gold market anomalies outside of the silver investigation window have been raised and continue to raise market concerns. So this story that came out this week that the investigation was over, totally not true. And in fact, Bart Chilton went on to say that he feels he would like to see something happen with this investigation and have some news out on it by September or October. Now, Harold, we'll have to wait and see exactly what transpires with this, but it is positive news. We could see fireworks in the silver market if they come out and really start getting a handle on what's happening in the silver market in September, October. We could see some huge price explosive moves.
It's possible, but with my experience with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and with the markets the way they are today, I think everything gets swept under the rug. The fact is that when J.P. Morgan just had problems a couple months ago, you haven't heard another word about it. Mortgage scams and LIBOR scams, they get a little slap on the wrist because they don't want to bring charges against these firms because it affects the financial markets type of thing. So I think in their typical manner, they will find a way to just sweep it under the rug like they always do. But the bottom line is that even with everything that's gone on in the gold and silver markets, and no matter what they say about it, whether it's been manipulated down or not, the fact is gold has hit $1,900. And even with all the pullbacks and negative articles on gold, we're still sitting at almost $1,650. So all in all, gold is going to make its move no matter what. We're going to have inflation. There is no doubt about it. There's no way around it. Absolutely no way around it. So again, just buy and hold. Don't trade the markets. Sit back and let the market do its thing. But there's no doubt that silver and gold are going tremendously higher from where they are right now.
1-866-623-2002. Speak with Worldwide Precious Metals. You can take advantage of their knowledge with what's happening in the market. They're there to help you maximize profit, minimize the risk. 1-866-623-2002. Their website, wwpmc.com. Speak to them about backwardization, what's happening in the silver market, and how you can take advantage of the gold to silver ratio as well. Some of the top quotes from this week in our newsletter. Get the newsletter from Worldwide. Get your name on the list. Peter Schiff said, the perfect storm is the real fiscal cliff that we are going over. The real fiscal cliff is when we can't borrow any more money because our creditors wake up to the fact that basically we're no good. And that's when interest rates start to rise. Interest rates rise sharply, and then we have to choose between default and collapse or runaway inflation. That's really the perfect storm, and unfortunately, we are sailing right into it. James Turk said this week, so the euro's fate is sealed. Absent a 180 degrees about face in thinking and government policy, the euro will end up in the fiat currency graveyard. It will go away just as every other currency and politician has forced other currencies to go away. And he actually goes on to say in this quote, the free markets will be restored. And obviously that is a huge positive for the financial markets. He says it will go in the way of every other currency in which politics were considered more important than free markets, where governments gave orders to central banks. James Turk also said the bottom line here is we are in a fiat currency bubble. Eventually the bubble is going to pop because we are using this fiat currency backed by nothing, not just one country, but throughout the entire world. As a result, Harold, we have about a minute left here in our first segment. As a result, we're seeing, due to financial mismanagement by federal governments, by governments and their central banks, we're seeing huge financial problems around the world.
Well, again, that's just not going to go away, Randy. There's no doubt about it. Again, greed and stupidity has led us to the point that we're at. I just don't see any way of getting out of these things at this particular point except just to be extremely conservative. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Don't speculate. Get a lot of your money out of the paper asset market because that's the market that's going to get hit the worst, and just hold on to your hard assets. Gold, silver, and diamonds are amongst the only assets that have done extremely well over the past decade. And again, that will continue because the problems have not gone away. They've just been reinforced.
Rick Rule of Sprott Asset Management said this week, I believe and consider bullion to be good cash. Gold is both a medium of exchange, but also a store of wealth. This makes it uniquely suited to act as a cash substitute. And that's what we're seeing, a lot of people moving into, investors moving into hard assets. They don't trust paper money, fiat currency. Michael Pinto says, what we will see going forward is a chronically weak currency, intractable inflation, onerous tax rates, a sovereign debt crisis, and a depressionary economy. That always leads to civil unrest. Therefore, the allocation in your portfolio towards ownership of gold has now become mandatory. Learn about investing in hard assets, gold and silver, from Worldwide Precious Metals. Their telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com, 1-866-623-2002. Speak with them about getting that article from Brian Hicks and find out why he believes silver is going to skyrocket due to backwardization. That's it. Our first segment is done. We'll come back and talk more about diamonds as the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us by the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping the show on August the 10th, 2012. Our time is 9:09 Mountain, 11:09 Eastern. Radio show runs AM 640 in Toronto, 630 CHED Edmonton, QR 77 in Calgary. If you ever miss a radio show, they are archived on Harold's websites, hesradio.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. We also have our podcast on iTunes. All you need to do is download iTunes. It's absolutely free. Put it on your computer. Subscribe to the podcast. The podcast is free. The radio shows will show up there for you. You can take them anywhere you want on your portable device. We are portable and would be happy to go with you. You can listen to our radio show anytime you want. The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com. The name of the company Harold recommends, Worldwide Precious Metals. On the diamond side of things, Harold's website, as he was mentioning off the top of the show, Great week for diamonds. Rarecoloreddiamonds.com or rarecoloreddiamonds.com to connect with Harold about diamonds. 1-800-432-1022, and we'll talk about his auction site as well, hsfineauctions.com. Our featured diamond of the week. It is stunning. Beautiful, beautiful pink, purplish pink diamond. When you see the video for this, you will be absolutely amazed at the color. This week's featured diamond is a 0.29 carat round, brilliant cut, fancy intense purplish pink diamond. And I took a little snapshot of it. You can see that in our newsletter. You can get our newsletter from Harold. Harold will be happy to send out the newsletter to you, rarecoloreddiamonds.com or 1-800-432-1022. You can see a picture of the diamond, even better, see video of the diamond. It was a great week for information on diamonds. The complete story of how diamonds are mined, you can read that in our newsletter. Also, are diamonds an ETF's best friend? And in that story, it was interesting to note diamonds and other precious stones are a sizable part of many people's fortunes. A recent survey by Barclays Wealth found that 70% of rich investors around the world own precious jewelry, up from 57% 5 years ago. On average, they have around 5% of their assets in their portfolio in diamonds. Are diamonds the next gold? Diamond world output seen further falling with no new mines. Another story, are diamonds an investor's best friend? You can watch an interview with Shlomo Tidar. He's the CEO of Singapore Diamond Exchange. He was interviewed by Bloomberg. You can see that in our newsletter. And he actually said a diamond mine takes between 7 to 15 years to turn into something that produces. And no world-class mine is known at this moment to us. And that is stunning, to say the least. We've talked about that for quite some time. Diamond mines, they are depleting. No new mines are being found. And we have the interview and the story to go along with it, a must-read for those who are interested in investing in diamonds and those that already are. Harold, we've been hearing this for quite some time. No new mines coming on. Asia, obviously India, China, becoming more interested in investing in diamonds. We're in a period where fiat currencies are being debased and people moving into hard assets. It's a perfect storm, but if you're invested in diamonds, it's a perfect storm that is going in your favor.
Isn't that a wonderful thing, to be able to have an asset that's actually going in your favor? It's so bullish on diamonds right now, Randy. Even though the markets are a little slow, the diamond business isn't. Due to what's happening in Europe and all over the world, diamonds have just taken on a life of their own. And basically, if you do monitor our website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, you will notice there about 80 of our Argyle pinks have been sold this last week. One investor from Europe came in and bought 80 of our diamonds. So we're down to maybe 12 Argyle pink diamonds on our website this weekend. However, my new supply of Argyles that we just invested a fortune in have just been cut, polished, just came out of GIA, and are just about to be videoed and put up on the website. There are 75 new Argyle pink diamonds coming onto the website that have never, ever been seen before. These are brand new, gorgeous Argyles. Now, you know, in most cases that Argyles Argyle pinks are graded on their color only. However, I've got some diamonds that came in that just got graded from GIA, part of this parcel, that are VS1s, which are very, very, very rare for Argyle pinks. And some of these diamonds are much larger than have what have been coming out of the mine. In fact, one investor bought almost all of our Argyle pinks, but now the new diamonds that are coming in are all much larger than that. I've got some 62s, some 57s, some 51s, some 56. Just to let you know, a diamond that will sell almost immediately as soon as it's put up on the website is a 31-point pear-shape, fancy intense pink VVS2, nearly flawless Argyle pink. So this is the type of diamonds that are just about to go on the website next week. It'll be on a first-come, first-served basis. It'll almost be a free-for-all of people trying to invest in Argyle pinks. Argyle pink diamonds are amongst the best diamonds to invest in because 95% of the pink diamonds come from the Argyle mine, and that mine is about to close. It's going to close by 2018 at the latest, and that's only 6 years from now, meaning that holding on to a diamond for 6 years is actually a shorter term situation. Most clients that hold on to their diamonds hold on to them for 10 to 20 years, and they do nothing but go up in value. But with the Argyle mine closing down, if you're one of the fortunate ones to own an Argyle pink diamond, those diamonds can increase 10 times what you're paying today. I mean, if you buy a diamond for $30,000, it could turn out to be a $300,000 diamond in about 8 years from now. If you bought a $50,000 Argyle pink, you're looking at a diamond worth $400,000 to $500,000. And the reason for that is simply supply and demand. There is no new mines that have opened up in the last 15 years. There are no new diamonds mines coming online, and even if there was one, as Randy mentioned earlier, it takes close to 10 to 15 years for it to start to produce. 95% of all the pink diamonds in the world will be gone. And basically, if you own one of those diamonds, it's one of the best investment diamonds you could make. Now, one of the problems with diamonds in the past has always been, how do I resell them? Because in most cases, if you wanted to resell your diamond, you'd go back to where you bought it or to a jeweler or whatever, and they would negotiate with you. That's not comfortable for my clients and for myself. Basically, we built the only secondary market to resell diamonds. We own 8 Siegel Fine Auctions, the only live online real-time auction site ever built, and we built it for our clients to resell their diamonds. So we've created this secondary market to sell these beautiful diamonds. In fact, we've had 7 auctions thus far, all of them tremendously successful, and we do specialize in Argyle pink diamonds. So while you can get them, the Argyle pinks will start to be up next week. There's some beautiful intense pinks, some very, very rare fancy deep pinks, and then the rarest of all, which are fancy vivid pinks. I probably got a dozen fancy vivid pink Argyles coming in, which are amongst the rarest of all pink diamonds. So you definitely want to watch the website. Hopefully they'll be all videoed and up by next week and ready for sale, and they'll be on a first-come, first-served basis. And again, the ones you want to initially concentrate on are the VS1s, the VS2s, and that very, very rare, almost flawless VVS2 pear shape. It's the 31 fancy intense pink. That's a diamond you definitely want to keep your eyes open for. The other markets diamonds that we recommend very highly are yellow flawless diamonds. And we have our new yellow flawless diamonds coming in also. And these diamonds increase every year by 25%. They've never, ever fallen in price because they're flawless. And the fact is that these diamonds during times of high inflation have gone up 500% in 1979 and 80. So with the state of the world the way it is, as risky as most investments are, especially paper assets, you should very strongly consider converting some of those paper assets into a hard asset like a rare colored diamond. We ship the diamond directly to you. You own it outright. We send you our newsletters each week. By the way, our new Rare Colored Diamonds newsletter just started last week. If you haven't signed up for it, please sign up for it. It's free of charge, and we'll send that to you every month. It's got auction results and all information on all diamonds. It's very valuable. It's something that you'll treasure. So again, between the yellow flawless diamond and the Argyle pinks, those are the diamonds that are reasonably priced, that a lot of people can't afford. You're not talking about multi-million-dollar diamonds, but you're talking about diamonds that increase in value percentage-wise more than any other diamond. So again, you want to look for our yellow flawless diamonds. We carry them starting at $15,000 and going all the way up into the 7 figures. We've got the most beautiful Argyle pink diamonds that you've ever seen. And like I say, an investor came in, bought almost all of our Argyle pinks, leaving us with barely 10 diamonds. But fortunately, GIA just finished grading all of our new Argyle pinks, and they'll be up and ready to view within the next week, and some of them are extremely, extremely rare. Also, out of this parcel that we did receive, there was one Argyle red. It's a pure fancy red. It's a 32-point radiant cut, which is a square-cut diamond, and it's absolutely stunning, and that diamond will be available for sale. The other thing is, as the sovereign debt situation continues in Europe, as currencies begin to fall and to devalue, and again, with the uncertainty in most investments, to own a rare colored diamond is probably one of the smartest investments that you could make. They never fall in price. They increase by at least 25% a year, and during times of high inflation, they've gone up 500% more than gold and silver has done. So again, it's a perfect investment. You own it outright. We ship the diamond directly to you. And we also have our own line of jewelry, especially in our pink diamonds and yellows. We have the Argyle Dream Collection. And we make the most beautiful museum-quality pieces. And these diamonds, when they go to auction, these diamond rings and necklaces and earrings, they go for an absolute fortune. So again, that's how we make our money. We make our money when you sell your diamonds. We get 10% of the profit. So if we don't do a good job for you, we don't do well ourselves. I've been in the investment business for over 35 years. I've been in the diamond business for a long, long time. And again, it's an asset that I feel very comfortable, assets that my family has grown up on and my children and grandchildren all own because they're very safe assets. And let's face it, in the last 10 years, there's only been a couple assets that have gone up. One has been gold and silver, the other has been oil, and the other has been diamonds. And those are all the markets that we've recommended to you. They've all done extremely well and will continue to do so because we're nowhere near the solution of what's caused these problems. So we probably have at least another 5 to 10 years of investing in gold and diamonds to make a fortune. Then when interest rates go up and it's time to get out, then we can basically put our money in the bank and hopefully be able to pick up 15-20% there. So, again, go to our website, Rare Colored Diamonds, especially this week. You're going to see all our new Argyle pinks. They're stunning. We've got beautiful yellow flawlesses. We've got blue diamonds. We've also got larger pink diamonds. I've got a 30-carat fancy intense yellow internally flawless diamond that will literally take your breath away. Again, is that diamond for everybody? No, it's an expensive diamond. Graphs would sell that diamond for $3 million. We sell the diamond for 1.6. So that's the difference between retail and wholesale. All we want is for our Canadian clients to do extremely well during these difficult times. And again, you're going to get there with our diamonds and with gold and silver.
Speak with Harold about investing in diamonds. Go to his website. It's like visiting a museum. The website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com. The telephone number 1-800-432-1022. And also speak to him. Take a look at on the website the featured diamond of the week, 0.29 carat round, brilliant cut, fancy, intense, purplish pink diamond. This diamond, there is obviously in our newsletter, I took a picture, but as well you can see the video on the website. It is absolutely stunning. And this week, get our newsletter from Harold because we have a whole host of strong stories, which for August is great news for the diamond market, that we have a whole host of great stories on diamonds. Speak with Harold about getting your name on the list for our free weekly newsletter we send out via email every week. And the number to call him, 1-800-432-1022, 1-800-432-1022. The website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com. On the precious metal side of things, the telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. The company is Worldwide Precious Metals. That's the company Harold recommends you use. They're a Canadian company, been in business for 10 years, and during that 10 years, they've been through all the ups and downs in this market. They're the experts in this specialized field. Speak with them about starting your own precious metals investment account today, 1-866-623-2002. The website, www.pmc.com. And Harold, one thing we didn't touch on is hsfineauctions.com, and here we are in August, and I know come September, we will be having more auctions again.
Yes, we will. It'll actually be in October when I get back, but we're putting all the auctions together at this point. We're going to start off in October with one of the great auctions that anybody has ever seen. We're going to have some amazing pieces up for auction. We're very, very excited. Again, nobody has ever attempted to do what we've done in the diamond business. And again, because of my experiences in marketing and over the last, 35 years type of thing, and looking at the diamond market in general, it's a tiny little market. It's not difficult to sell out a class of diamonds in a year. For example, there's maybe 100 yellow flawless diamonds available for the entire world, and we cut 90% of those. So the fact is that you're talking about tiny little markets, and in the auction business, that is the be-all, end-all. Again, we built this for our clients to be able to resell their diamonds. We've created this amazing secondary market that now exists. We've proven it because we've sold many, many diamonds, many of them pink Argyles, at our last several auctions. In fact, we actually sold Oprah Winfrey's pink Argyle diamond necklace. We've actually sold a diamond as high as $150,000, and for a brand new business, that's a phenomenal feat. So, again, we're very proud of 8 Seagull Fine Auctions. We built it. It took us 2 years to build. We work with a company out of Vancouver called Relentless Technologies. These are brilliant young guys that built all of our businesses and all of our websites. And again, there's never been a website built like H. Siegel Fine Auctions. We built it to create a secondary market. Now, we don't only sell diamonds on it. Many of our clients have invested in gold and silver coins over the years. We will sell those for you on our auction site. We have sold emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. We have some amazing jewelry coming up over the next few months that's going to go on the auction site. And again, we can do anything with it, but it's primarily to sell these magnificent Argyle pinks and yellow flawless diamonds, and very few of our clients are selling right now. In fact, most clients are buying to put away for the next 5 to 10 years. That's where we anticipate making most of our money for our clients. And don't forget, we only get paid when you get paid. If you don't make money when you sell your diamond, we don't make a penny. We make 10% of the profit only. And again, we built this for our clients, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it and use it. Our last auction is getting very well known. We had 400 people on the site when we conducted our last auction. So again, sign up for our new newsletter. It's totally free of charge. It will give you all the information on upcoming auctions, what diamonds are selling for. It will educate you on, for example, the 4 C's, what makes up diamonds, and everything. So we will also do for you, because it's extremely important, and we'll spend as much time with you as you need, but we do online seminars for you. So if you want to sign up for a free online seminar, all you have to do is go to rarecoloreddiamonds.com, click on the investment seminar section, and set that up, and we will do it for you totally free of charge. Again, it's imperative that you understand everything about what you're going to invest in before you do it. So we're willing to spend, that extra hour with you in order to educate you. With this online seminar, it tells you everything, where diamonds come from, how they're mined, how they're sorted. We actually show you a video on the cutting of it on a 10-carat diamond. We show you how to read a GIA report. We show you all about the different shapes and cuts of diamonds, which ones are more valuable than others. We show you all about clarity on diamonds and everything, and then we'll show you our best investment diamonds starting at $15,000, going all the way up to $50 million. So again, it's a phenomenal thing. We do it for our clients free of charge because we want to educate you on diamonds so you'll understand how strong of an investment and potential this is for you and your family. And again, it's totally free of charge. Also, the featured diamond that Randy brought up this week is a very, very rare diamond. It's a 29-point round, brilliant, fancy, intense purplish pink. The color of the diamond will literally take your breath away, but the round diamonds are very, very rare. They can almost be double the price of any other diamond, and this is a round, brilliant, fancy, intense purplish pink diamond. The diamond will literally take your breath away. So again, you couldn't do better than you're going to do in the diamond business. It's very, very safe. They never ever go down in price. But the beautiful thing is, you can buy a diamond, put it away in the safety deposit box, and we'll sell that diamond for you down the road. But also, we can put it into a beautiful piece of jewelry. If you have a big anniversary coming up or your wife's big birthday or anything, let us put one of these beautiful diamonds into a beautiful setting and let her enjoy it till we sell that diamond for you down the road, if she'll ever let you do that. So, again, look at the Rare Colored Diamond website, look at H. Siegel Fine Auctions, sign up for our new newsletter, and also sign up for a free seminar, and we'll educate you as how to make money in the rare colored diamond market.
And one of the great residual effects of the auction website is originally it was for primarily Harold's Canadian clients, and now this has gone global. It's gone completely all over the world, and Harold is taking his business. He had global business in the past, but it's gone to a whole new level thanks to hsfineauctions.com, and you can take a look at some of the items that were auctioned in the past by going to that website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Connect with Harold, 1-800-432-1022. Precious metals. Harold recommends worldwide precious metals. wwpmc.com. Speak with them, 1-866-623-2002. Eric King of King World News, fantastic website, does a great job interviewing some of the top people in the hard asset field. And he interviewed John Embry from Sprout Asset Management this week. And Eric had a conversation with John. John said, expect a squeeze in gold. Prices head multiples higher. As monetary debasement becomes apparent to more and more people, demand in the West is going to accelerate. If there is no greater amount of gold coming out of the ground, The only thing that can arbitrate where the gold price goes, obviously, is a lot higher. I think that the gold price could go up multiples of the current price. And we also know earlier, as we mentioned on the show, that he believes silver could go to, the gold to silver ratio could go to 10 to 15. Jean-Marie Evelard was interviewed. Gold and the brutal reality of the current cycle. You can read all these stories in our newsletter. Speak with Worldwide about getting our newsletter, 1-866-623-2002, or speak with Harold as well, 1-800-432-1022. Jean-Marie Evelard saying investors need to understand that the reality is the pure paper money system is slowly unraveling, and the only genuine safe haven for investors is gold, which has been that way for thousands of years. It's been money. The world has gone through tough cycles many times, and today, as it was back then, gold is the ultimate asset for wealth preservation. Also, Egon von Greyers, who's a money manager, gold advocate out of Switzerland, saying the risk of systemic collapse is now enormous. Elf Fields, we talked about this last week on our show, now reconfirms his target of $4,500 on gold. That means a target for silver of $158. These figures sound unreal today, but they will happen. They will happen as a result of unlimited money printing and the problems in the world in the financial system. With a combination of the risk of the financial system collapsing and with massive money printing, investors must have enough physical precious metals to insure themselves against a potential wipeout. This is the most important message I have to stress today. Harold, with about 3 minutes left in our show, we're stressing that as well. People need to have that insurance policy in their portfolio of precious metals, 5 or 10%. You need to have gold, silver, you need to have some diamonds, and we believe we're going to be right, but let's say we're not. You still have that insurance policy in your portfolio, which you should have at all times anyway.
You bet, Randy. Again, if we believe in insurance on your home, your life, your car, your health, and all that, you definitely at this time, in the riskiest times ever, have to have insurance on your financial situations. And again, through diversification, you should be able to get there. But again, if you don't hold any hard assets like gold, silver, or diamonds, you're leaving yourself susceptible to some huge losses in the market. Again, there's nothing wrong with hedging your position, and taking the guessing out of the market. That's what I like to do. I like to be very conservative and never, ever put my money at risk.
Speak with Worldwide Precious Metals about investing in this market. They can help you manage your precious metals investment account. You can trade the market if you want or just buy and hold your metal. They're the experts there to help you maximize profit, minimize risk. And remember, this is a liquid asset that can be bought and sold with a phone call. 1-866-623-2002, the website wwpmc.com. And John Downs from Worldwide sent me an article that we put in our newsletter. Brian Hicks, silver is about to rocket higher due to silver backwardization. Learn about that. Speak with Worldwide. They'll educate you, and you can learn about how you can take advantage of this, make money off of it, and learn about the gold to silver ratio as well. On the diamond side of things, Harold's website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, and you can connect with Harold at 1-800-432-1022. We have our weekly newsletter that we send out. Everyone gets that. Harold has a new newsletter, a monthly newsletter for diamonds. You can speak to Harold about getting that newsletter. Connect with him, 1-800-432-1022, and rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Precious metals, wwpmc.com, 1-866-623-2002. Harold, thank you for your knowledge for another week. Hope you feel better and have a fantastic weekend.
Well, thank you very, very much. The Olympics were great. Really enjoyed watching them. And again, I am feeling a bit better, but thank you very much for the show. I wish everybody a wonderful weekend and a very profitable day.
Yes, thanks to Team Canada for all their great efforts at the Olympics. They were outstanding, and you hate to single anyone out, but the women's soccer team, boy, did they catch our imagination. What a great bunch of girls.
You bet. Fabulous.
Connect with Worldwide Precious Metals, wwpmc.com, 1-866-623-2002, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, 1-800-432-1022. Get your hard assets in your portfolio today. Have that insurance policy. That's it. Another edition of the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall. We will talk to you next week.